The Maghreb is within reach, and Russia is learning not to test us. This is episode 46. Hello, this is F. Welcome back to my Ottoman Empire campaign. Last episode, we tightened the noose on multiple fronts. The siege of Minsk forced the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth into an uneasy peace, buying us breathing room in the north. At Oran, Spanish forces found themselves trapped in a siege of our making. In the east, Astrakhan's garrison held firm once again, and as the Russians turned to flee, our reinforcements chased them down to Karabali, cutting off their retreat. But the headline? The African army laid siege to Tangier, the last major obstacle standing between us and control of the Maghreb. Today, we go for the throat. The star fort near Tangier won't hold. Once it falls, the city is ours. Then we turn east for a lightning strike against a Russian force near Balakovo. Momentum is with us. Let's get into it. So we are back, ready to take Tangiers out. The current Spanish forces occupying the city look like a decent amount of troops, quite a lot of armed citizenry. We got a couple of native line units and some line infantry, and then there's at least 3 cavalry squadrons and a cannon alongside a somewhat depleted general. So I definitely think we'll be looking to capture the city this turn. We do have some reinforcements, and we do have enough troops with the Nizami Sadit. They'll be able to hold the line against the enemy forces for sure. Hopefully we can maintain our casualties to below the 10% target that we usually strive for, but we'll see at the end of the battle when we get back to the campaign map. So just looking how we're going to rearrange our forces. I think we do need to get our Cairo Janissaries up and our Grenadiers. They'll be good in melee combat, especially on the fortification walls. Let's reposition our forces. We'll get our light infantry just moving south, just to get away from the Fugas that they have deployed in the forest. Hopefully we'll be able to see that in action, because as of this date I have never used this element to my knowledge in Total War, so it'll be interesting to see what actually happens when that, if that is triggered, I should say. So we're moving our forces up. The enemy is spread throughout the fort predominantly, and some units are on the far right flank. I think they have some cavalry squadrons up there, so we're just manoeuvring our forces to the fortification walls as soon as we can, so we can start capturing those points. Enemy cannons are returning fire. They are suppressing our Nizam Sadit, which are fortified again behind their trenches. And we'll just reposition our light infantry just to see if they can put some stakes out, just to prevent any cavalry from coming through and taking us out. So we'll get our light infantry to get stakes on either side of our main force that is moving towards the fort. Let's reposition our Sipahis. Okay guys, let's go. You guys are running. We need to try and capture the fort. It doesn't look like at this stage that the enemy is moving their forces up to engage us on the fortification wall. So this is a boon for us. We do need to try and get up the walls as soon as possible, and then we can use the height to fire down on the enemy forces, and again make sure that any enemy units that try to come up the ramparts will be taken care of. Come on guys, let's go. Up the wall to climb, get those ropes up. Okay, you guys deploy your stakes, and hopefully you'll deploy it in a sensible manner and not in some weird line. Okay, looks like you guys are deploying. Okay, that's good. And our Cairo Janissaries are starting to climb. Okay, so we'll have one section of the walls captured, and all our units are starting to climb, so that's good to see. So we'll just maneuver them up onto the wall and see where they are, so we can lay them out in an orderly fashion, just to start taking pot shots at the enemy units within the fortification itself. We'll also need to keep an eye on any of the enemy cavalry that might decide to head in the direction of our line infantry, just to keep an eye on things as they develop. And you still can't get used to the lack of maneuverability on the fortification walls, where the pathing is just not great at all. But we'll get our light infantry up as well, just protect them from any potential cavalry charges that might occur. Okay guys, yes, move into formation, let's go into the walls. The Spanish I should say, are not actually pushing forward. So what do we have? We have some firelock armed citizenry, we have some native line infantry, some more citizenry as well, and then light colonial line infantry, so that's not too bad. They are marching, where they're going, that's colonial line infantry, they're marching towards fortification walls, that's fine. We are far from that position at the moment. And I think while the enemies continue to fire the cannons, we'll get you guys up and into position ASAP, just to again harass the enemy should they start attempting to climb up the ramparts. Also remember to keep an eye on the minimap, just in case we have enemy cavalry units try and target our forces. So with this map, it is raining at the moment, so that will hamper our musket fire. However, I think there shouldn't be any major issues that we should engage with at this point. So yeah, we'll see how this battle develops. We are having our units shot at, but so far it doesn't look like we've lost anyone. We'll definitely keep an eye on that as the battle commences or continues. We've got some of you guys on the outskirts of the map, of the fortification. I don't know what you guys are doing down there, but you need to get you guys up onto the ramparts. Come on guys, let's go, let's go. Most of our units are now okay, so the units selected for the initial assault are up on the ramparts, and we've got some enemy cavalry coming in. I don't know where you guys are going to want to come to, but you guys are up top there. Okay, that's fine. We'll need to keep an eye on them in case they go anywhere else, but we do have the pikes just on the far side of that triangle. And we'll also make sure that our cannons are ready to fire canister shot once the enemy are in range. Okay, so they should be taken care of, no doubt. So we've got our forces set up. There's no enemies in range, so they're not set up into a formation. We've got some other units climbing onto the fortification wall cannons, so that's fine. Enemy forces are being struck at. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. The enemy cavalry is moving at a steady pace. They're not even in a hurry whatsoever. Enemy units are getting closer towards our cannon's range of the canister shot and potentially the fugas. This could be interesting. We need to make sure that they do not head towards our Sapahis, but they are just marching in a steady line. Not completely oblivious to any potential danger that they might face. Wow. This could be exciting. I mean, it would be better if they were running into their doom, but our cannons are in range now and they're going to start taking out enemy cavalry. Yep, they're taking them out. A few have gone down already. Grape shot is coming through and quite a few more cavalry units have been taken out. And more, and they're just dropping like flies. Oh my gosh, they probably will break before they get to the fugas, or they're going to come for our general. So yeah, we need to keep an eye on that. I think they are breaking. So that enemy unit is breaking. We'll get our general after that unit of cavalry. Whoa, that would have been very close. You guys need to focus on this cavalry unit. Oh, they're going to go, they're going to go. Okay, a few cavalry are taken out, they're going to go. Let's see what happens. Holy crap. Wow. That shattered them. That shattered them for sure. Got another enemy unit coming. Cannons. Okay, wow, that was really cool to see. Few guys coming in. And there's enemy cavalry moving up to in the forest. It looks like they're heading towards our Sapahis. And note they're turning straight into our cannons. You guys get ready to fire, get ready to fire. Get ready to fire, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, they've been picked off. They're now manoeuvring out of harm's way. Oh, and there goes the second one. Oh, and quite a few cavalry units were taken out. That is brilliant to see. Damn, they walked right into that. Let's stop our Sapahis. Wow, that cavalry unit was decimated. Absolutely decimated. Wow. Okay. And we need to keep an eye on what's going on this side. Okay, you guys chase down. We'll send our Libyans after some enemy cavalry. And we got some units coming in, armed citizenry, that's fine. But looks like most of the enemy cavalry has been decimated. Our units are being picked at. And we'll send you guys into melee combat. And we'll send our grenadiers in as well. You guys need to come on this side, and hopefully you guys can try and take out the enemy cannons without us getting our units too close for comfort. Let's get our grenadiers down. Okay, you guys run down there and we'll get ready to fire your grenades at least. There is another unit of line infantry there, so we need to be mindful of that. Let's get you guys moved around so you guys go up that way. At least with your range you might be able to stop picking those line infantry off. What's happening here? I don't think you'll be in range of the enemy cannons. Okay, let's move you guys. You guys take out those people. Hopefully we're going to get very close to the enemy cannons. I am concerned that we might take a lot of casualties from the enemy cannons. Okay, you guys are still picking off people on this side, so that's fine. Our grenadiers are pretty much within range. You guys fire at will. And again, they don't benefit from the fire by rank, so let's get our grenades out. Cavalry are not losing too much. Let's see if we can take you guys. If you guys can take out the enemy. How are things this side? There's still a lot of enemy troops in this corner. Our units are being fired upon. I think the grenades did go off. However, we did miss that. We didn't stay to see that, so should have done. We'll get our other light infantry down, and we'll get our other unit of carrier janissaries down as well, just to support our grenadiers. We've got large line infantry, colonial line infantry or African line infantry. Who are they? Yeah, colonial line. But we'll also bring down our light infantry. Just with their range, they should be able to cause havoc with the enemy. Then our units are still in combat, so let's readjust this unit of light infantry. They should be able to take out the enemy from above, and we'll readjust those Libyan cavalry as well. So what's happening here? We'll bring up our Nizam-i-Sadit warriors. We don't have to contend with any enemy forces at this point, so yeah, we'll just bring them all up towards fortification wall. I think it looks like on the minimap there is some units fleeing. Spanish forces, there they are. Let's get our Libyans to take them out. Okay, looking at the unit stats, we can see one of our carrier janissaries are already down to 40 units, so they are taking a real beating in this engagement, and our grenadiers are both down to the low 50s, so we definitely need to get them out of that combat and get our janissaries in to start taking the enemy units out. Oh, we got some friendly fire going on there. That is not ideal. It looks like some of the citizenry are coming back. Nope, they're fleeing once again. That's fine. Oh, nope, they decide to come back. Okay. So let's see what we can do. So we'll charge our... I'm going to charge you guys in. No. You guys take out the enemy and you guys go for the enemy as well. So we'll charge you both in. And I think our light infantry, we're going to move you guys up. Just see if you can harass that unit of line infantry. And we'll bring you guys back up. Let's bring you guys back up. Oh, you guys are taking them out. That's good. Get some more experience for our light infantry. Okay, we are losing a few units. This engagement, but we are pulling our forces back. And it looks like the Spanish units have broken. Okay, so that's good. Let's get you guys back at fire at will. We'll reposition you, Cairo Janissaries, just in case line infantry decide to come through. Let's get you guys, come on guys, move, move, move. Let's get into position and take out the enemy. Oh, yep, taking out a few units there. There's just 2 left to go. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're still struggling with some enemy units. There are quite a lot of exchange of gunfire. Let's move you guys up. Need to be mindful of the last unit of cavalry. I believe it's the General's Bodyguard. So we need to just be mindful of them in case they decide to charge our units. Let's get you guys up on the fortification wall. We'll get you guys up as well. Okay, enemy cavalry are nearby. They're being taken out. Oh, the line infantry are fleeing as well. Let's see if we can move you guys up. Now again, to bear in mind that our Cairo Janissaries cannot form square formation, so we do need to be mindful of their engagements. And the Spanish forces are in flight. So, and the general's just been killed. Excellent. So we'll definitely look to run down the Spanish as quickly as we can. I'll bring you guys back in. Send you guys back up here. Come on, go, go, go. Let's go, let's go. Get into position, guys. Okay, it's just the Spanish forces in flight. So we'll make sure that we have cavalry in the right location just to run them down if need be. It looks like the Spanish will attempt to go to the fortification, climb up the fortification walls and then leave via the ropes that are attached to the fort itself rather than going through the gates, it seems. Okay, let's get you guys into position. Yeah, let's move you guys up there just in case they come through. And you guys, we'll move you guys forward. Okay, it's definitely just running down the enemy now, I think. Just reposition our forces on the fortification wall. And we should have the city captured for the most part, I think. We'll see once we've ended the campaign. We should have done enough damage to take out all the enemy units. Okay, we'll bring you guys down. Okay, we'll move our cavalry. Get you guys up back there just in case the enemy decides to go through. And we'll bring you guys in as well. So you guys can go right through the fortification wall or through the gate to the fort. Nizam Isadit marching to capture the fort at Tangier. Okay, we're going to speed things up and let's go. Let's just reposition you guys. We've got some enemy units as well. You need to take out some of those cavalry. Okay, cavalry unit down. Oh, be careful of friendly fire. Let's reposition you. Oh, the cavalry doesn't know what to do. Oh man. Our light infantry are taking pot shots at the enemy forces as they are in flight. Hear the sound of those glorious muskets. We do have supporting Sipahis down on our left flank. Just get them into position just in case any enemy units make it to the rapes. So that's pretty much it. We've run down all of the enemy forces. There's just one unit remaining. As soon as we've taken them out, we should be getting back to the campaign map. And they've just jumped to the other side of the map. Ah, there we go. That's it. So when we get to the campaign map, we'll double check the battle stats. Hopefully they are below the 10% threshold, and they are not. Slightly over. About 7 or 8 units killed due to friendly fire, it seems. But overall, I guess not too bad. But we did have a lot of enemy firelock armed citizenry, so we did probably take a bit of a beating there, as well as our combat in melee, our melee combat that we engaged in as well. So quite a few casualties there, and we haven't captured the city just yet. So we'll see what happens when the turn ends. Okay, so we've got a coffee house complete, and yeah, we haven't captured the territory just yet. We've got some deaths as well, an imam and an assassin, it looks like. So I think we'll just look to capture the city. We'll just do an auto-resolve. They don't want to surrender. We're not going to fight this. So 13 men. Okay, yeah, not too bad. Small amount of casualties. And we have captured the city of Tangier. So we have a contiguous empire currently from Tangier, Morocco, all the way through to Cairo, Egypt, up towards Ankara, Turkey, and east towards Isfahan in Persia. So that is progress, and we are so close to the doorstep of Western Europe now. Gibraltar is just on the other side of the channel, or I should say of the straits. So definitely something we'll look at investigating in taking out sooner rather than later. So we'll replenish our forces, and we'll just see. It looks like we can't actually send our forces out to attack, and I think it could be because the Spanish have a fleet in the harbour at Cadiz, so we're likely going to need to get our own minor fleet out down this way to Oran, and then we can use that to invade the Spanish mainland. So very good momentum happening at this stage. Let's just have a look at what is going on across the empire. We'll see where we can do some upgrades where necessary. Got our imams as well, so that's good. Let's double check where our imams are located. We do want to get some coming across into Spain at some point, so we do need to keep an eye on that. So most of our territory is around the 60% in this northern region. We'll get our units up. So that is what would have been the Eastern Army moving north into Persia, or sorry, into the north of the Caucasus. And we have our imam. We've got one imam heading towards Spain as we speak. So I think that will benefit us long term. And let's see what is happening here. Okay, we've got our imams in most of our territories. We'll get you up to 100%, and then we'll move you down into Syria. So that's fine. We're on around 3,000 for our income, so it's not a lot, but we do have a large military expenditure at this time. Can we do anything with these ministers? Have harsh and agrarian, frugal and thrifty, industrial revolutionary. So let's see if we can move our guys around. Okay, and that's what I usually like to do, is just double check the stat or the traits that they have plus their age, although I think I tend to forget their age more often than not. So we'll move you guys up into the justice area, and then hopefully with the harsh reputation and the bon vivant it will balance things out, and it has, so that's good. So we've got a better hold on our public order at the moment, which is good. At the moment we are currently only at war with the Russians once again, so we'll need to try and find a way to sue for peace, I reckon. Definitely just harass the Russians as much as we can, I think. And the Swedes have control of St. Petersburg, and we can see that the Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth have control of Riga, Vilnius and Minsk. So hopefully we won't hear from them for a while, but I doubt we've seen the last of them in this campaign. Let's destroy that shipyard, because I think we'll get a trade port set up for sure. What's that? Yeah, okay, we need to just be careful with our navy, because if the Spanish do send their navy out, we will definitely feel it for sure, because we have next to no navy whatsoever. And in an ideal situation we would have a relatively strong navy at this point in the game, but we've just predominantly not focused on a navy at all. Russian forces are terrorizing the villages in the far north of Astrakhan province, so we need to deal with them at some point. We've got some additional military research complete, and we have a building upgrade as well. So what can we do in this area? So the Amazons we can recruit if we wanted to. That's good to know. I think we'll get our navy into Oran, and then we'll move our main army out. Get them across. Get you guys in just to offer some protection for now, and then let's get you guys over to the Spanish mainland. We want to be close to Gibraltar, just so we don't have to cross large swathes of land and encounter any Spanish forces. Okay, that's a good start, I think. Yeah, that'll be good, because we can target Gibraltar easily and then get a madrasa up there. Yeah, so that's a good position, I think, where we're at, and we'll just do some additional upgrades in the province of Morocco. Is there anything else to be mindful of? Let's see. Let's get you guys into the village, just to cause issues, I think, and then hopefully we'll be able to take the Russian, or at least siege Moscow once again. Okay, I think we'll take you guys. The Russian Cossacks there. Okay, let's send you guys up north. Russian Cossacks. Let's fight this. We've got 2 units of Israeli line infantry, so this should be a very quick battle. Get you guys up. We just look to get some additional experience for these troops. I think let's move you guys forward. And I know this is just a small battle that doesn't really need to be played out, but sometimes it's just nice just to have something a bit more manageable, just to get our teeth sunk in after a few minutes of imperial administration. The Cossacks are not moving yet, or they are moving very slowly. We also have our Delhi horsemen. We'll get them into range as well. You guys run into range. Come on, let's go. And I'm hopeful with the firepower that we've brought to this engagement that we will definitely have minimal casualties. Otherwise it's going to be a very sad state of affairs. Okay guys, move forward, let's go. Delhi horsemen, let's move you up. Okay, so a few shots have been fired. They are repositioning. Let's get you guys up quickly. We don't want them in position until... Okay, they're running now. Let's get our horsemen out of the way. Israelis, that's just out of range of our Israelis. Oh no, we've had some firing shots go. Let's move our cavalry out of the way. A few of our units have been hit as well by the Cossacks. Oh, our guys are falling. We've lost about 15 units already. Let's go, and one cavalry unit has gone down. Come on, you need to get them to start fleeing. Let's go, let's crash them. Oh, a large number of them just fell. I think they're going to break. Yep, they've just broken. That is insane. Come on, cavalry, let's go. And that's pretty much the battle. And what we'll do is once they are out of range of our Israelis, we'll get our cavalry straight in there to just mow them down. Let's go, you guys go. And we'll stop you guys. Okay. So that was a very quick battle. But as you say, it should cause the Russians to think twice about sending troops into our territory. And having this mobile force on the far northeast of Astrakhan should be helpful in manoeuvrability, and we could even threaten the other Russian territories nearby. We'll double check the units that have been taken out on the battle stats when we get back to the campaign map, but hopefully it will be quite low, and we can then try and see if it's been a good battle. We could maybe sue for peace with the Russians, but we'll see when we get to the campaign map. So the enemy general has been killed, so that's great, and we'll just run down the last of the enemy troops. Okay, decisive victory, not heroic victory, which is fine. And looking at the battle stats when we get there, only 17 men killed, so yeah, that's not bad at all. Very, very good going, I think. Okay, so that was a good engagement, and we can move our forces forward to protect that region of Astrakhan. That's it for episode 46. The Star Fort fell. Tangier is ours, and with it the African army has its foothold on the western edge of the Maghreb. But this is far from over. With Tangier secured, the door to Western Europe creaks open. Gibraltar is next in our sights. If you're enjoying the series, a like and subscribe goes a long way. It helps the channel to grow and keeps you in the loop when new episodes drop. And drop a comment below. Do you think we can push all the way through Gibraltar and into Iberia? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. I'm F. See you in episode 47.